Hello, hello, crafty friends, and hello, replay watchers. Look at the fun thing we are going to be creating tonight. My name is Anne with Whimsically Knotted, and we're going to transfer 3 or 4 of these discs into a beautiful wall hanging. Stay tuned, check it out, and welcome to my page. Hello, everyone. I appreciate you guys hopping on. I am going to find us on my iPad real quick, and I am so glad that you are here. Looking forward to creating with you. All right, if I can find us. I hope you've had a beautiful weekend. How has the weather been where you are at? We've had a mixed bag of things this week. It's been raining. We've had a little cool down. We had sunshine, and it's hot and humid again. And this week they're forecasting some showers and thunderstorms, but I hope you all are here to see how we're going to transform all of this. We're going to have 4 of these little discs, and we're going to turn them into a beautiful wall hanger. See how long this is? They all are going to go on this string. So hang in there, stay tuned. I am going to put a little comment in and welcome everybody. I have listed some of these transfers that I'm using in the description. I've also listed some that will work just as well. I have already stained this one, painted this one black on the other side. I've used, what color is this? Marigold, and I've already put crackle on this one so that it will not take so long for you to sit here. And what I know the wording is backwards, but that is the folk art crackle that I use, and the rounds were all I don't even know how big these are. Let's check. These are 4 3/4 inches. Let me turn it down so you guys can see. And I've already painted them all in marigold. 3 of them I already put the folk art crackle on. So let's finish putting the crackle on this one. And when you have your crackle, make sure that you shake it up really good, because it does separate. It has a milky part and a clear part, and it will separate. So shake it up really good so that you'll have that mixed good. And I'm just using a generous amount on here. Like I said, I just went ahead and done a couple of steps ahead of time. Make sure you get your edges really good. That way we will not be sitting here all night painting and crackling. We'll actually get to see the project. And again, thank you guys for hopping on. I appreciate you guys spending your evening with me. If you have not been on the Essential Stencil page, I use stencils and transfers from Essential Stencil. And these transfers from Essential Stencil that I'm using tonight is Moonlight Mischief. They are still available. I'm also going to be using an older one that is not available, that is cute and creepy, but I know some of you may have this one. So I'm using some of those for the other side. And then the other 2 that I've listed that would work as well is the Cozy Fall Farmhouse. Look at all of those beautiful transfers on there. And then, of course, the little Haunted Homestead. Those little critters will work really good on here as well. So, lots of options. There is more options. The ghosts. I have not listed the ghosts, but the ghosts would work well too. Let me find the little ghosts. Look at those ghosts. Some of those you just have to check the size to see if they will fit on your round. but these are called Wildflower Ghosts. Just some options to think about. Wow, this one is drying. And I will not paint all of these tonight. I just wanted to show you this is what it's going to look like on that side. We are going to go ahead and put our crackle on. I am going to use Sugared Peach to put on here. I feel like I'm crooked. Not crooked. Is that better? And I need a brush. A brush. I am just going to use a 1-inch brush. Let's see if I can. Is that better, guys? Not seeing comments for some reason, but it could be delayed. Who knows? Things happen all the time, right? This is Sugared Peach. And I just thought we'll do a fun little crackle on here. And if you have not been on the Essential Stencil page, they are having several bundles on sale. They have a restock bundle with some fall items. They have the Halloween bundles. They have a stencil bundle and a transfer bundle. And the Halloween bundles are 25% off. I think the fall bundle is 20%, but don't hold me to it. And then on top of that, you can also use my code WK21 and get an extra 10% off the already low prices. And if you don't need a whole bundle, just pick out what you would like. There are so many options. I am trying not to get over the edge too much, but it is already starting to crackle. And I wanted a light color underneath because I just thought it would look better with our transfers to put them on there with a light colored background. We could have done black. That one's not quite dry yet, but this one is. So that was my thinking on that. And again, I will go in and add the edges after we are done. Hey, Miss Kimberly. How are you, my friends? So good to, I feel like I see you. It's so good to see you. And the thicker you put your paint on, I mean the crackle on, the bigger your crackle is, the thinner your crackle. And as you can tell, I try to do one whole motion to put the paint on. And I had a little mishap on one of these. And I'm going to tell you what happened. Yeah, aren't you in Tennessee? We really don't. We're going to be up in your neck of the woods, if I'm thinking correctly. I'm going to have to dry this a little bit because I had to fix this one. We're going to be in Pigeon Forge in September for our family vacation. So I'm looking forward to that. Maybe we can meet sometime. Oh, thanks for sprinkling. Yeah, you're definitely not far away. When you heat your surface, wait a few minutes until it's cooled down before you put your next step on. Yeah, I would love to hang out sometime. I like traveling to places. My husband, not at all. He don't like traveling at all. If he could stay home, he'd be the happiest person on earth. Me, I love going places. Get a little bit more paint. Oh, wow. I wish I'd have known that. I told you before, I don't mind giving you a ride. Not at all. Yeah, I love Pigeon Forge. I'm not too much of the hustle and bustle of Gatlinburg, but I love Cades Cove. All right, there's the third one. Hey, Miss Bonnie. You just got it figured out? Yeah, we're going to be in Pigeon Forge September 20th through the 27th. Taking the granddaughter to Dollywood. And then we're going to do the Pirate's Voyage. Those are the two things that we are definitely doing. Everything else is up for grabs. So glad you ladies are going to be able to hang out. That is so cool. Waiting for this to cool back down a little bit. You guys are going to have a marvelous time. Is Miss Judy going to be able to come? Yeah, I understand that. We've done it before too, and I think we've done it in Myrtle Beach. And I had the brochure still for it in my car. And my granddaughter loved the pirates. So every time we got in the car, she asked for her pirates. So when we decided we wanted to go to Pigeon Forge to Dollywood, I said, we're going to have to do the Pirate Voyage for her. She is going to love that. And if things work out well, we're going to do the mermaid thing where she, well, whoever wants to, can get the the makeup done and the dress up for to be a mermaid. And I thought that was fun, so she'll love that. But yeah, she absolutely loves those pirates. Every time she gets in the car and she's like, I want to look at the pirates. That is so crazy. I wonder why it's not working. I'm going to dry these real quick. Yeah, I asked the kids when they wanted to go, so they said September. That's how we ended up in September. It would have been funny if we all would have been there in October together. I just think weather-wise they probably didn't want to wait till October. I think October will be beautiful to go. I think that is a good month. But it's okay. I'm excited. I want to make sure that this is pretty dry. We'll see how that's going to work with our transfers. I've had hit and miss where it worked and where it didn't work. So let's pray that it works. Waiting for this to dry. That would have been awesome. I think so. All right, I am going to go ahead and do the other side as well. This one bubbled up on me a little bit from the heat. Let's leave that to the side for just a minute. Sometimes I'll get too close to the surface and it bubbles up a little bit, but it's okay. We're going to go ahead and work on the other side while we let these dry really good. And I am going to mix the marigold and the sugar peach. I'm going to blend them out. Stick that in here. I'm just going to use this brush. And we're just going to blend this out. I've got a little paint booker thing happening. I'm going to go ahead and paint all of it. And then we're going to add the yellow in. And the outer edge is going to be a little bit black. And remember to blend, you're going to need a moist surface. So whether that is paint, stain, or if you're going to mist it with a little bit of water, it needs to be moist in order to get that color in. And again, this is the marigold, and I want to make sure I got my, okay, the string goes through this way. I just didn't want it to be really, really dark yellow. think I'm going to add a little bit of my light buttermilk in here. You know what? I don't know. I might just edge it with the black. Kind of like the way that looks. It looks like you have a little bit of a moon thing going on. I'm going to get a little bit more yellow on my brush. A lot of it is going to be covered by the, and it is not as bright as it looks in the camera. I am using the same brush. Still had some of that sugared peach on my plate, so I'm using that. And thanks for sprinkling. And I've linked I linked 3 of the transfers. I've linked the one that I'm using and then 2 other ones. And like I said, the other one that I'm using is an older one. It is not available at the moment. I didn't realize it when I picked it. But there are so many other ones that you can use instead. So don't let that deter you. I just know a lot of you have those and might be looking for something to do with them. I'm just gonna put my yellow on the plate and just pick it up on my edge of my brush, and I'm just going to go to the outside and just go around in the circle. And if these look different, I'm okay with that. They don't all have to look the same. See, this one is much lighter than this one. I'll get a little bit more darker to the edges. Yeah, my kiddos are at the beach with her family. See, there we have 2 different looking ones, which I'm okay with. Might add a little bit more dark to the edge right here. Sorry, I'm quiet, concentrating. When in October you guys going? You going to Gatlinburg or Pigeon Forge? Hey, Miss Donna. We got 7 on tonight. Yay! Thank you, ladies, for hopping on and for sprinkling it out. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you guys when you watch on replay. Please let me know that you're watching on replay. You can still comment and chat even if you are watching on replay. I'd like to know your thoughts, what you think about, which stencil or transfers you would have used. I love communicating with you guys, so please let me know. Let me know all the things. So which one is your favorite from the Halloween, and do you do Halloween? I know not everybody does Halloween. I don't really decorate for Halloween either. But there are some things that I want to do for the booth because I know other people do. My favorite one is the owl. I just absolutely love that little owl. I just think he's the cutest thing. And of course, I love the words. They're so useful for a lot of different things. I always offload my, can you guys see Sevierville? Yeah, I like Sevierville. We rented a cabin. It's a big old cabin, but price-wise, it was about the same as the other places, and it's not far from town, from Pigeon Forge, but it is, it has things for Bristol. It's kid-friendly. So, you know, we don't need to be right in the middle of everything. We normally just pile up in one car. And our mother-in-law, or my mother-in-law, is going with us, so we have from 90 to 3. Bristol's 3, my mother-in-law is 90. So we got a little bit of everything. It'll be fun. And we normally just pile up into one car and go to where we want to go. And enjoy our time. We will, you guys know my husband is on dialysis, so I always gotta travel with a lot of medical supplies, and I know a lot of you understand that. I got the rounds. It's actually, the whole thing with the jute hanger is from Hobby Lobby. I just took the jute out and the beads out so that I could paint them without any problem, because I wanted to paint the sides. And I'll show you here in just a second. But I called our company that delivers our supplies, and they will deliver a week's worth on Monday. We're getting there Saturday, but they don't deliver on Saturdays. So we'll take enough with us for 2 days, and then they'll bring the rest on Monday, because the boxes are, I'm adding a little bit of the light buttermilk in the middle. The boxes are 2 6-liter bags, and they're heavy. Looking to see if I want to lighten up. I think I'm going to lighten this one up a little bit. This one looks a little bit dark. So he's going to get a little makeover. Hey, Miss Donna. I know this is dry, so I'm going to spritz it with some water. And make him not so dark. I'm going to add a little bit of that yellow back into the outside. And this is a 2-sided project. We crackled the other side. I think they all look pretty good. Like I said, they don't all have to look the same. Spritz this, just a little spritz. We can even out those strokes. Like I said, I am not sure if I am going to put black on the edge or not, like on the rim right here. If I'm going to leave it, I have to see once I have the design on here, the transfers, to see what I want to do. And I think I am happy with the way these look for right now. See, this is it has holes in here, and there's 4 in a row. Let me see if I can. There's 4 in a row. I know you can't see the last one. And then the tassel goes through, all the way through. And then between each wood is a bead. And I got that from Hobby Lobby. Hope that makes sense. I just want to dry this really good. I'm going to dry over all of this. So which one is the your favorite on the Halloween bundle? That owl can be used all year, absolutely. And what I like about all of those is you can use elements for other things. There is so much on each stencil or transfer that you can use for other things. All right, I'll turn all of these back around. And yes, I am that person. I am gonna lightly sand this. And I will, all my circles will be black on the outside. And this is 120. You can really see the grooves in this one. I don't know if the camera's not picking it up. You can see the grooves on this one from the wood. And I'm just giving it a light sand. Nothing major, nothing big. Now I got to pay attention to where my holes are. All right, this is out of the Moonlight Mischief collection. It is out of this collection. And we got this cute little girl. I just like it when I can see you guys. Well, she might not fit completely on here, but I'm gonna finagle her to where most of her is on. I'm losing part of her hat right here, but I'm okay with that. Her shoes are all the way at the bottom. I might be able to put that over to the side. It helps to sometimes just snip it so you can lay it down better. Good thing that I have already painted this one. Sometimes your fingernails are your best tools. Got a little extra right here. I'm just going to put it over to the other side. It will be fine. It's not going to hurt anything. I love this tool. I don't know what it is, but I just think this tool, the new Essential Stencil tool, makes it so much easier. When you transfer these on, just make sure that you have all the little, like her little hair, the tip of her hat, that all of that is down. If something did not transfer, just lay it back down and scrub it some more or burnish it a little bit more. I normally go from one direction and then I'll come in from the other direction. I just wanted to show you two different backgrounds that you can use with these. Now we got everything transferred down. I'll normally go back over it and make sure that everything is stuck down. But does that background not look awesome with this? And then her head is right there, and then my little hole where the string goes through is right here. But does that background not work perfect with that? She is so adorable. I just love her. I'm gonna have to see which way I want to do this one. And of course, I had to do the other one. Can you see a pattern here? Can you see a pattern? I just love these. I just think these are so adorable. And see, when you transfer this down, make sure you get all of her hair and this transferred down really good. I just think these will be so cute together. I always rub it with my hands. Got a little tip right here. I'm just going to use my fingernail. What you guys think about the background with these? Hey Trisha! How are things in Maine? Have you gotten some rain yet, my friends? We've gotten more rain. I don't think we're going to get anything rain-wise out of the hurricane that's on the coast. And I think my family that's at the beach in Myrtle Beach, I think they'll be fine. I think it is too far out for them to get anything. But I know the Outer Banks, they're evacuating just out of precaution because that hurricane is so wide. It will not make landfall. It is on the coast. It'll stay out on the ocean. Oh, I can't even talk. Get her little feet right there. She's got some tiny little feet. And remember, Miss Amanda is on tonight on the Essential Stencil page, so make sure you hang out over there. I always like to give a shout out to other creators, and Miss Amanda is a brand ambassador for Essential Stencil. And of course, if there's anything Essential Stencil-wise that you need, brushes, stencils, transfers, you can buy things in bundles when they are available, but you can also buy individual stencils. And I would so appreciate it if you will use my code. Oh, they're not darling. Look at that. Oh my gosh. They are so cute. Can you see if I have them right there? All right, next one. I told you, can you see a pattern? I just love her. And this is out of an older pack. I am going to put that butterfly with her, I think. I don't know. Do I want to put the butterfly or the bat? See, I'm going to put her down to the bottom like the rest of them are. All right, do we want to use the butterfly with her, the bat, or do we want to put the butterfly? You got a storm headed your way. Please be careful. Be safe. All right. Trisha says the bat. On our last one, we're going to have the cat. Because, like I said, there's a little theme going on. So, the cat will have the butterfly, or I can get another bat. So you guys say we're going to do the bat on this one? Well, come on. I'll put her feet down on the ground down here. Can't have her hanging in midair, right? I'm like Tammy. Can't have her hanging in midair. For those of you who don't know who Tammy is, she is another brand ambassador. She comes on Thursdays on the Essential Stencil page. And she grounds all of her, whether it's an animal, a person, whatever it is, it has to be grounded. And I'm the same way. I just don't like it hanging in the middle of the air. So she is grounded down here. I just love this little girl. I think she is just the cutest. Again, make sure that you got all that little hair, the fine lines, down really good, because we don't want to lose anything. Oh, she's just too cute. And now add our little bat friend. Yep, he's gonna stay right there. That's where he decided to land. The new fall bun, transfer bun, not new, the, what is it called? The restocked fall transfer bundle is really cool too. It has the favorites from last year in there. Sure I don't amputate his little feet. And there's that little girl with a little cat. I just love her. All right, I have to put her over here. I got to put him on. Him or her. Since he is looking up, she, it would be fun to put that butterfly up here like he's looking up at the butterfly. What you guys think? Or should we do another bat? Hello, Susan. How are you? Welcome. Should we do another bat on the cat or do the butterfly just to be different? And I will put a little bit of ground under him. And again, all you have to do is you just rub these on. These are very detailed transfers. You just have to make sure, if you are new to transfers, that your surface is really, really, really dry. That it is oil-free, wax-free. Even the oils from your hands, another bat. That's what I figured. Even the oils from your hands, if you have lotions on, can interfere with the transfers sticking. And if you are transferring on glass, oh my goodness, glass, plastic, metal. We could do a crow. Is guys gonna do a crow? I wonder if we can make that crow sit on his head. That crow is about as big as the cat is. What do you guys think? Should we put the crow on there? Let's see, we have a spider. Spider. We have a spider, if I haven't used it. This is the one from last season, and there is a spider. Matter of fact, there is several spiders. So, spider, bat, or crow. Or do we want the bigger spider? Because that one's bigger. Spider. Let's see, this one is a little bit bigger. But you got so many options with these, and you have so many details, so many little things that you can use out of these. Yep, that one's better. I love it when you guys tell me what you want on here. Trying to see. I've got that one this way. I think I might have that spider come down this way. And I will make the dotted lines for the spider. And I will probably edge that out in black as well. I will just take my brush and at an angle go down to get the little bit of black around the edges. Got 5 minutes. Whew, I don't know if we're going to get it done in 5 minutes. This is the way I was going to position these. I was going to do... Let's see. I wanted her at the top. Can you guys see that? Nope. Her, and then him on the bottom. So this is the bottom and this is the top. And these are the ones out of the other pack I wanted to use. I'll remember to look and make sure that now we're going to speed transfer. And then all I will do is I will add the jute back through and put the beads in between. And the nice thing about it is these wooden discs or rounds will be movable, so you can turn them and you can basically create all kinds of combinations of scenarios on how you want to hang it. Because they are all interchangeable. That's why I stuck with similar colors and designs so that it will match. So you have a decor piece that you've got 4 different pieces. You've got 8 sides, 8 sides. So you can do all kinds of combinations. Do the owl next. I love this owl. I think he is adorable. This little tassel on his hat. If you ever have a problem picking up your transfer, use a piece of tape and lift it up. That is the easiest way to get it lifted. I hope you learned something this evening. I hope you had fun. I just love these. When I saw these, I was like, oh, I hope they fit on these discs. And if you cannot find this hanger at Hobby Lobby, you can just do one side and glue a piece of jute all the way through instead of making the holes. So that is a possibility. Or you can do a wide ribbon and glue it to the back, or glue them onto the ribbon. That is an option. So there's a lot of options on how you can mimic this look if you don't have this particular one. So that's the bottom and that's the top. And see, you can switch it. Number 3 will be the little pumpkin. I'm going to put a crow on there. This is the candy pumpkin. I might take the bigger crow. And I was going to use this little crow, but I think I might use the bigger crow. I think he'll be really good for that. And on the last one, we're going to do the potion bottle. Miss Amanda is on the Essential Stencil page. She just came on, so I am hurrying it up, ladies. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I appreciate your comments, your input. That always just makes me smile when you make suggestions. Sprinkling, sharing the whimsy out. That just warms my heart. And I'm gonna use this big crow. I think he looks good. He's got that look like, oops, they caught me in the candy jar. I gotta find where the middle is. Doesn't he look like he got caught in the candy jar? Thank you, ladies. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys spending your Monday with me. And again, they're all going to be strung up on here. It has the tassel already built in, and it'd be separated by beads. And I found it at Hobby Lobby. Wait until they have their, it's in the wood power section. Wait until they have that discounted. And save you some money. I just think it's adorable. And last is our potion. Oh, thank you, Cindy. I love your creativity. You are just so amazing. And I love with Miss Wendy when she hangs out with you. I am going to put that potion jar down a little bit more. Now you know why I chose the colors I chose. And just simple swirls. Look how fun that is with these transits. And I know these are not available. These are from last year, but some of you might have these, because I know you probably got them. At least I think they were from last year. So And there's another thing. You've got splatter on here. You can do the same thing. You can add splatter to the rest of these. Get you the, oh my goodness, what is it called? The Tim Holtz Ranger Dioxide inks. And they are really cool. You can use them to spray spots around and make them all similar. So there's another idea to add a little bit of extra to your project, to use those. And they have them in metallics and in regular colors. They got micro sprays, and then the, is it called dioxide? I have to look, I can't remember the name. Sometimes my brain leaves me. Oh, can I ask you ladies to say a prayer for my hubby tomorrow? We've got an eye appointment tomorrow. It's a regular eye appointment for his injections, eye injections, where he gets those implants. But they're also gonna address his vision problem that he's got all of a sudden. Well, I don't know if it's all of a sudden. It probably happened slowly over time. We just didn't realize it. So I'm waiting to see what they say, what can be done about it. So there's our potion bottle. This will be our last one. Our candy jar will be next. Let's see if I do it like this. And then our pumpkin will be on top. Thank you, ladies. I am not going to put them together right now because I still got to do the edge. But basically, this is what it will look like. Can you guys see the tassel down here? Trying to make it to where you guys can see the tassel. So the tassel will be down there. This thing will go all the way to the top. There'll be a bead in between. Bead in between here. A bead here. A bead right here. Imagine there's a bead right there. And then there's also a bead on the top. So you got one right here and then one on the top. And this is what I'm talking about. You have so many possibilities with this. I'm going to take the beads back out. You can do it like this. You can do it like that. You can do this. I mean, the options are absolutely endless on how you can showcase these. And I might do the splatter on here. And this is what I'm talking about. These are like shimmering micro sprays, and then these are the distressed micro spray, and then you've got the distressed oxide. These that you can use to do spray on here to get a splatter look like this. All right, ladies, let me pick 2 names for our Happy Mail. I do appreciate you guys. Yeah, I'm going to put it together. Like I said, I am going to do the sides black like this. They're all going to be black. And I'm probably going to outline it a little bit in black. And then I will add the string back through all the holes and take pictures and show you. Miss Kimberly is going in the Happy Meal bucket as soon as I find a piece of paper. And thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you guys so much. Today is the 18th. And so we were close to 10, so I'm going to pick somebody else. Also, I think I forgot to pick last time. Donna going into the Happy Meal bucket. And we will draw a name at the end of September. Thanks for hanging out. Hop over to Essential Stencil to see what Miss Amanda is creating this evening. And keep Miss Melissa Bradshaw in your prayers. And thank you for the prayers for my hubby. And anybody else, Miss Bonnie, everybody that needs prayer, we will pray for you. I know Miss Trisha needs rain. You are so welcome, ladies. Appreciate you guys. Have a blessed evening and a wonderful week. I will see you guys back on Thursday morning. I don't think we have an appointment. If we do, then, you know, I'll come on a little bit later in the day. You guys be blessed. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. And hop over to Essential Stencil and check out what Melissa is creating this evening.